Don't know where you are in the world, but where I live, the temperature has finally broken, and I think we are seeing our first hint of spring, possibly. But the state I live in is very unpredictable, so we'll see. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about watch. I want to do this live. I actually started on working. I did the video, so you'll see the loom shots of the watch I'm going to be reviewing. But I had to talk about overall, right? We're going to be talking about the Islander, Port Jefferson. Um, we're going to talk about this watch as a whole, but I'm going to be talking about Islander overall. You know, the experience I've had so far and the what to look forward to if you ever, decide to purchase one of these watches or consider it. So let's get into this because I actually have a couple of prompts here, or a couple of watches. I'm gonna call them prompts because I wear these. All right. So this past weekend, which if you're watching this on replay, um, basically what's today? Today is the 11th, right? So this past weekend, I went to District Times, DC District Times, crazy watch fair. And I've heard so much about it prior to this. I've been to Wind Up, I've been to Minutes and Hours, right? Of course, I've been to Moyer Jewelers and Reese Nichols had events locally, but DC Times was crazy. I'll talk a little bit about that towards the end. Good morning, Jay Jones, Ripsaw Joe, my man Ripsaw. What's going on, brother? Okay, so this is the watch that we're talking about today. All right, and this right here is the Port Jefferson. What is this? Let me see if I remember. ISL 178. There were five colorways of this watch. 175, ISL 175 through 179. And this came out a year ago. This is considered a skin diver. And for those that don't know what a skin diver is, it's basically, you know how your watch has the 200 meters or more, and in some cases 300 meters. That means you have to use scuba equipment to actually utilize the meters. And this one is just for basically snorkeling. But that's the other thing too about this watch. Man, yo, Patel Philippe, thank you for the $5 super chat. I appreciate that, man. Top of the morning. Appreciate that. So there's a couple of things I want to talk about with this watch. Now, this watch has, let's go over the dimensions. 40 millimeter timepiece, so 48 millimeters lug to lug, screw down crown, and you see the logo right there. You got the Islander logo. You have a single domed crystal. It does give some distortion. Look, you can see that right there. It gives some distortion for those that like it. But when you look dead on it, it gives it a magnification. But that's the beauty of this watch. Now, I remember when Mark debuted these watches. I believe it was the first skin diver he offered. And the first thing that came to mind for me was like, I want that watch. I wanted this colorway. And I was going to take this on the cruise with me. There's something about going to like the Caribbean or going out of your regular state out to the islands and having something like this on. You can play in the water, you can get in the beach and do all type of stuff. And that's what this watch ultimately is going to be for. Now, I want you to look at something. You see that? Female end link. So therefore, this watch is going to articulate to most wrists. Now with the links, I don't know. Honestly, I took out 3 links for this watch. And normally, if you, I went to an event to get this, and they do sizing, but I don't let anybody size my watch. I like to size myself, but you see how that articulates on the wrist. It just hugs the wrist. I actually went to sleep in this watch, and that's a test that I cannot sleep. I know some people, it's like, I can't sleep in a watch. Like, I just feel like it's on me. I can't deal with it. So once you see your first level of security, and then your second, boom, the most important, that push button, which I absolutely love. Now, as far as the finishing, you see the brushing on the side of this watch. I know sometimes the camera doesn't do any justice, but like, oh yeah, look at that right there. Beautiful, Beautiful, beautiful. Shanford, look at that, man. Edges. He did a great job on this. Beads are rice bracelet. So it gives it, man, it's sporty and elegant at the same time. You got 3 levels of micro adjust on this thing, which is, it was perfect. So now, this thing has screw pins in it. So anybody can size it. There's something though, I want to tell you guys. If you order from, what's up, Skylar? Welcome in, welcome in. If you order from Islander, which you can actually go in the link in my description, and you'll see 2 links. One was to DC Times. I just encourage you to go over there and look at who was there, look at some of the watches. But then Islander is at the very bottom of that. If Islander isn't your jam, he sells other watches, right? And for those that, if this is your first time hearing about Islander, he started off like modding, Seikos and stuff like that. So he has watches that will kind of look like this, right? But he has his own spin on it, which I have one, like one of the most phenomenal watches ever. This right here is a GMT, right? It has a NH34 in it, but it's just the dial, man. Look at the clouds, man. Look at the freaking clouds. The crown, man, hold up. I gotta take this out. And I know we're talking about the Port Jefferson, but I want you to see Islander's craftsmanship as a whole. And this bad boy, they went bananas on the, look at that. Look how many micro adjusts. And then, this, even though they're in the same family, this is over-engineered. And you know what makes this watch even though this watch is a beautiful timepiece, what makes this even more special is the price, which tonight, we're going to be going live with some gentlemen, and we're going to be talking about watches like this. And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to go live, because I wanted to get some feedback from the people that's in the chat. And also, if you're watching this on replay, give me your thoughts on, would you rock an Islander? Could this be a part of your main collection? Or would it just be more of a vacation watch, if you will, or just like something fun I'm aware, may go jogging it? I worked in this watch last night. And yeah. Now, hold on, let me get into the comment. Double live, yes, double live today. I'm a big Islander fan, something for everybody. Yes, it is. Mark from Long Island watching. And he's been in the game for a long time. For a real long time. As a beater, yes. Okay, hey, and see, and that's the thing too, is I consider this. When I was at DC, I saw a few Rolexes in the crowd. I saw a Yachtmaster. I saw Day. It was one in particular watch. Oh my gosh, I can't think. It was a very expensive watch, but it's a guilty pleasure looking into micro brands, and that is a conversation we're going to have tonight. But this is a micro brand. This is a micro brand. Is it worth it? Now, I will say, and I'm just actually going off a comment that I read this morning when it comes to micro brands, and even a conversation we had on the chat the other day. Even though I enjoy this watch, I like it. Is there another watch, a main brand watch that this looks like? What would you say that watch is? I don't know if Seiko has anything in their lineup that looks like this, that's oriented like this, that has the same design features and stuff like that. I'm not sure, but I tell you what, so it has like this sunburnt orange dial, that blue sapphire AR coating. This thing has everything. Now, here's the most beautiful thing that really made me fall in love with this, outside of the 120 click of satisfaction. I'm talking about, it is, whoo, man, on the money. No back play. Unfortunately, this watch is discontinued. I believe you can get one of these in the GMT that's still available. But there's a difference in buying this at a show, which I bought at a show, and a watch that you buy online. If you buy it online, it's going to come in a white box, Islander box, right? Really simple, not extravagant packaging, but you really, in some cases, to keep the price down, you don't want to have extravagant prices. He does it. And then look, of course, you got the lighthouse on the back. pretty good work. I always like the case back, middle class. Now they were explaining that some of the pieces that they have there at the shows are pieces that have been sent out for review that come back, right? So it has, you may have some that has wear on it or something like that, but for the most part, I don't know who that was. For the most part, you have a solid watch. And I would just tell you, I mean, if there's fingerprints or if it's like, you know what I'm saying, some minor scratches, stuff like that, there's ways to get that out, you know, if it's not too bad. But you get to look at the watch and examine it while you're at the show. At the show, you will get this packaging. Pretty nice, right? I think this is very smart. And this came with a screwdriver for your watch, and this one debuted, I think it was at $369 if I'm not mistaken. Somebody correct me in the chat if I think it was $369. I know it was under $400. It is powered by Miyota 9015. And the one thing that made me fall in love with this piece when I first saw it outside of that colorway was the color date window. Y'all see that? It's the same color as the dial. Man, the symmetry, it's just the... Hold on, give me a second. Because it's one thing about a watch. I notice something about it every time. Like, okay, so the seconds hand has a blue that, man, look at that, it's blue as well. I'm just not noticing that. Yeah, I'm always noticing something different, man. The minute track is dope. There's a 3D effect to it. This watch is fire. This watch is fire. All right, let me see what the chat's talking about. I'm wearing a Rolex Submariner Kermit right now, but I'm enjoying watching the selection Trapvision. Hey, here's another guilty pleasure of mine. I love Aragon, you know, and I know who is my Aragon representative. I don't know if he's here yet. Wristful Ignorance. This right here is a Virtuoso. Pretty much a master calendar. This has a Miyota 9100 in it. So this has the day of the week, the date, every man. Look at that, man. It's easy to function. It's titanium. Yes, it is a bigger piece, but I just enjoy. I like what I like, man. And that's the beautiful thing about. Hold on, let me calm down. That is the beautiful thing. The most beautiful thing about collecting watches is it's a guilty pleasure. It's something that if you enjoy it, man, you have to. You got to embrace all of it. Now, I will follow up tonight with a loom shot of this. I'm going to do it in a short. This watch, and I just did a short on this same watch yesterday. I'll do the loom. The loom on it is phenomenal. I do know that when Mark, a year ago, I know if you're going to look at that video, just type in Islander Port Jefferson or Port Jeff. Mark is going to always pop up, number one, because, of course, why not, right? There are a number of people that have reviewed this watch. But I think his views on that one was 23,000. How many people purchased this watch? I don't know. But I know that this is going to DC Times. And I believe that was the first time they were there. Mark's booth was packed. Not as packed as Christopher Ward. I'm going to talk about that in a whole different video because I got a lot to say about that. Patel, very nice. I hope one day be in a position to own a brand with long history and actual resale value. Though I'll probably just keep it. What do you think of Tommy Hilfiger as a watch company or clothing brand or both? It's you're talking like the watches. I actually had a Tommy Hilfiger watch because we have Tommy Hilfiger outlet here, and I wanted my watch to match the clothes I was buying. So I was off into that until I started working in a jewelry store, and somebody brought their Tommy Hilfiger, and it was another one, real expensive Gucci watch, and they wanted it repaired. And the watchmaker there was telling me, he said, man, it's not even worth it, man. So the Gucci watch that was brought in, that customer paid $2,000 for it, and the Tommy Hilfiger watch they brought in was, I think he paid $500 for it. And they had basic movements in the back. You know what I'm saying? Like a Seiko, what was it? The Seiko, I can't think of it, but it was a chronograph. It was a basic quartz Seiko. Like a $10 movement in that thing. And yeah, so for that, I personally don't like, the fashion watches like that. Like Fossil, I used to love Fossil. Used to love it. And I still say, man, like, people, enthusiasts, will like dump on them. They be like, it's trash, right? But there's people like your everyday person that does not, like, we're in a small group, a niche group. There's people out there that's like, hey, man, yeah, I'm for that. But I just hate that they're like, for the money that they spend on these watches, it's not worth it in the long run, because those are definitely throwaway movements. Because this customer, his Tommy Hilfiger had failed after a year, and he wore it every day. It just couldn't keep up with his everyday, the shock and stuff. It just tore the movement up. All brands accepted on this channel. I recently got a near mint 1993 Speedmaster Triple Day Blue Dial Octagon Crown. So cool. Ooh, that's a lot, Jason. Oscar, what's going on? What's happening? Welcome in. Woody, what's happening? What's happening? Thank you for being a member. I appreciate you being here. 500 for Tommy. Yes. I'm telling you. Yes. These companies and people, it's like, because they're like, yo, Tommy Hilfiger is this, that. I'm like, bro, no, Tommy was just putting his name on it, man. That watch wasn't worth $10, man. Hyo Silver. For me, it's about passion. You can't be passionate about ultra luxury. You can't be passionate about micro brands. Being a watch enthusiast can be what you make it out to be. Of course, hey, I agree with you. I'm telling you wholeheartedly. I want to show you guys Hamilton, right? I wore this to work a few days ago, and a customer came in, and he never heard of Hamilton, but he automatically thought, he said, that has to be a premier watch. He said, dude, what did you spend on that? He said, before you say something, let me guess. I'm gonna say about $2,500. I said, no, not quite $2,500. There are some watches that's out there that cost that much, but that wasn't. I said that watch cost me around $500. He was like, oh, 500? I could do 500. I said, yeah. But he was like, you mind if I look at it? So I showed it to him. He said, this watch is beautiful. And it was basically, he was attracted to the high polish on the bezel, the simplicity of the dial, and then the data at the top, and he was into it. He was into it, man. Just like I'm into that stuff too. Patel, I know we've talked about premier watches. I love to hear about Omega, like certain watches in Omega's lineup, outside of the common stuff that you hear about, which, of course, it's always like the moon landed watch and stuff like that, which I'm not against, but there's other watches in their category that will like bust your head if you had a chance to get them. But seeing that everybody does not have the ability to spend a ton of money, and now let's get to price. Again, they have a watch right now. Islander has a watch. I think the most expensive watch Islander has in their lineup right now is that Rangemaster 2. I think that's what, $600 or $700, somewhere around there. Yeah, I know it's up there. It's under $1,000. Is it worth it to you? I mean, I saw it in person. I like it. It's big. It's robust. I just love the design, man. I think that watch, to me, if Megatron was to wear a timepiece, it would be that piece. Megatron is like my favorite Decepticon outside of, let me see, who's Devastator. I guess Devastator is a cheat because it's multiple, but yeah. Let's get into the chat. Hello, I am from Germany. Welcome from Germany. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. Khaki King, great watches. Have one. Yes, man. I'm all about khakis, man. Good morning. T. White is in the building, man. Hey, T. White. Now, thank you. I'm glad I seen T. White's name. So let me get back into Islander. So I have this piece right here, right? It's Islander. I have this piece right here, GMT, and I also have this piece right here. Gives it more of a dressy vibe right there, a different colorway. It's beautiful, but the prices you can't beat. This went on sale. And I had crowns. That's the other thing too I want you to know about Islander. If you've never purchased Islander before, you buy one, right? You subscribe to the newsletter. You do all these different things. He has deals, right? He'll text you, or if you sign up for a text message, you get a percentage off. He'll offer you a percentage, and then you go from there. The more Islanders you buy, it's like a point system. Crowns, that's what they're called. Those crowns come in handy, especially if you are a frequent flyer of Islander. It can be beneficial because you don't have to stick with Islander. You can buy 2 or 3 Islanders, buy Herodia, ADPT. You could, Phoebus, Spinnaker. He has so many different brands that you can buy, right? And if you're a Formex fan like me, you could take some of those crowns, right, and use the money. Let's say you buy enough watches and you got $125 worth of crowns or discounts. You could take that $125 off of that watch. Just imagine though. Just imagine. Sometimes if you hold off, you can wait for a sale, and you're like, oh crap, he took $200 off that watch, and then I have $125 in crowns. Now I get the watch for even cheap. Oh man, it's a win-win situation. How long range that might be? Oh yeah, hold your. Yeah, we talked about that. Keep my Zello safe. Hit that thumbs up, chat. Yeah, I reset my Speedmaster 3 months ago. It's 11 seconds fast. Man, you're killing me. So, Zellos is another one. We'll talk about that too. I'll probably talk about that tonight because I have my Zellos. So I'll bring that up as part of the conversation we're going to have tonight. But overall, hold up. I want to make sure that I covered everything. I'm doing a Skylar today. Skylar, guess what? I have a pen and I have a notebook. And there's certain things in this notebook that I put. Make sure I hit everything. I told you guys this is the ISL 178. I just remembered that one off the top. It's a skin diver. If you don't know what a skin diver is, just know that it's swimming without dive equipment. So this is 150 meters of dive. And man, nobody going that far down. Or some of y'all, man, I don't know. But some of y'all just dive and quit playing, right? That doesn't require anything. So that means that you can get in your pool and just go with it. But I definitely feel that, as far as the usage of this watch, this is a great everyday piece if you like. But I definitely want to see what this watch looks like in the Bahamas or, going just on a cruise. Because I'm telling you, tropical sun does your watch, oh man, that sun is so much different than the sun here. And don't give me that it's the same sun. It's not. I'm telling you, man, it's something supernatural. When you go out of the country, you get out there to these islands, the sun does something special with watches, man. And this is one that, because I took my Islander watches out with me on my last vacation. And I'm telling you, the lume on it is supernatural. The sun just does something special. I don't know what it is. So I can't wait to get this one out with these beautiful links, safety clasp, ease of use, screw pins for just so easy use. I'm telling you, anybody can do it, man. You just, kind of evenly do it on both sides. So if you get through and your watch look like this, start over. It has to be even. Make it even when you taking your links out. And then there's videos. If you don't know how to do it, there's so many videos that'll tell you how to do that. And I think that makes like while collecting, not telling you to open your watch up like Skylar or somebody like that. He's a trained professional on that. But doing your own bracelet is so awesome. It is so awesome. Just having that ability, man. It's just, I don't know, man. You should just try it. So hold on. Let me get. Hold on, let me see. Skylar for watch collectors prayers. I vote for him. I didn't even bring the Zanea with me. I didn't even bring the Zanea with me, bro. Hold up. I'm gonna get this turned around real quick, man. So I just want you guys to get a closer look at this watch, man. Look at the 3D-ism. Oh, you know what? Maybe I can show you some lume live a little bit. Hold on. Let's go underneath the table. Don't get the wrong idea. Just, look at that. There's a little bit of lume. Y'all can see it. Uh-oh. There we go. You can see it a little bit. All right. Oversized crown. I consider that crown is beautiful. Screw down. 120 clip. AR coating. Look at the case back there. 150 millimeter sapphire. Yeah, man. They did it right, man. They did it right. I'll give Mark and the team. So my overall thought of this watch, chef's kiss. This thing is beautiful. This thing is, I mean, it's awesome, man. And this is the colorway that I wanted. Man, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Okay, did I miss anything? I got the beads of rice bracelet. Yep. Loomed. Oh yeah, the actual bezel, ceramic bezel is loomed as well. Beautiful. I mean, it's just an overall beautiful watch, man. And if you can get your hands on it, but like, I just want to say this: any of the Islanders, if you're considering or worried about the quality of it, I haven't had any problems whatsoever. And their customer service, second to none. Shout out to my man T White, because T White picked up 2 of them things. He got 2 of them. But this one right here, hands down, is one. It's so robust, man. The bracelet is beautiful, man. It's just, oh gosh, man. They just do it right, man, especially for the price. And yes, Mark, he's going to sell you a watch. He's going to tell you, I'm Mark from Long Island, and I'm here to sell you a watch. He'll tell you flat out. I am waiting to see. He has something coming out. Can't wait to hear what he got to say, because that's the other thing too. I think I have to rate overall is the position of the company, what Islander represents within the watch community, in the watch space. A company that just about anybody can approach. And I understand that people do not too much care for homage pieces, anything that resembles a Rolex or anything else. I get it. I promise I do. I do. However, I still love the fact that they exist, because one thing is proven: even if this watch is a homage to something that I don't know about right now, I'm considering this an original design by Islander. But anybody in the comment section, if there is another watch that he pretty much got the idea off of, you can let me know. But I'm telling you, for the price, which I paid under $200 for this watch at the show. So this is a let's say a gift for just, and I didn't put the paid promotion because I bought the watch, right? If you wear an Islander to one of these shows that Mark goes to, they give you $50, right? I think like the first 50 people or something like that, they'll give you $50, right? You can literally keep the $50 if you want. I promise, they just give it to you just for wearing the watch as an appreciation. But if you are weak like me, you're going to give them that $50 back, take the $100 off of the next watch, your future purchase, which is in that point. And yes, come on, man. And shout out to my man T White, because you made this purchase even sweeter, because I didn't have to get a hotel. Went out to DC. I stayed with my man T White, man. He let me in his home, beautiful crib, man. And it was a whole vibe, man. Whole vibe, bro. And we got to hang out at one of the busiest shows. So the review is over. The poor Jeff, thumbs up. I give you 2 if I hold up. There you go. I'll give it a thumbs up, bro. Like, this watch is all that. And even if you pay it now, here's the bad part. This one is discontinued. But even at the $400 mark, I consider this watch definitely worth it. It's a high beat movement for those that love that sweeping motion. Miyota movements have been proven. They and it's like buying into the company. You're not just buying the watch, you're buying into the company as well and everything. So if you want to follow on YouTube, Instagram, it's a great place, because you're privy to all the information that's coming out. And there's a community of people if you're into that stuff. Everybody's not, they're not connected like that. They don't want to be connected like that. So it just depends on what type of person you are. But I think overall, you get more. It's punching above its weight. It's punching above its weight. And I don't care about all the ins and outs of what it takes for him on the business end of it. I don't want to concern myself with that. I don't even want to know how much he paid for the watches. I don't care about any of that right now. I just know what I like, what I like. He has a product that I think is well worth looking into. So that's that. Let me get into chat real quick. Show up to the beach naked, talk to myself. I have a skin diary, right? You're stupid. Wait, that's not what it means. Hold on. Let me get back to. Let me get caught up. I'm VP and I'm on Trapvision stream. Go, bro. Trap, can I help you size your watches? Come on, get out of here. When I come in, you know what? I'm not even gonna joke about that. When I come to New York, if you got some watches that need to be sized, bro, I got you. It's like a salmon color. Yeah, and they're considering this like a faded orange. All right, it's like a orange peel that's been laid out in the sun for too long. It's crazy though, man. Like, if that's the case, man, that orange been in the back of that window, that 77 belt for a long time. Kids threw the orange peel back there, and that's what it looked like. He said, I'm trying to take you under this. Oh, man. I ain't trying to take you to the table like that, bro. You crazy. You're looking crazy to the public right now with the phone watching. I know. Hey, because they was looking at me. I don't be caring, bro. I don't care, man. Oh, man, I do not care. So now that you pop the top, what watch is in transit right now? Actually, bro, I will tell you this. I was looking at a different watch, and I pulled the trigger on it, and I canceled it. I canceled it. So let me tell you about the show. DC Times, and I saw Random Rob show this morning. He did a whole, walkthrough and stuff like that, and I'm sure that he did that during the VIP session, because that was the only thing I would say about the show. Oh my gosh. I think even if they had a bigger venue, there'd just be more people piling in. There was so many people in this whole, like, your favorite watch companies that you want to look at, forget about it, man. Like, there's a give and take with that. You're not going to get to your favorite off top, but it'll push you into a company that you may never heard of. Bernhardt, I didn't know anything. I didn't even know they've been in business for 20 years, but they were open. Now, the other thing too is I looked ahead and I said, okay, because I didn't know this company, I said, I'm going to make it my mission to find out about it. And I learned about it. But when I came in, I wanted to go so at first you had Mark. I can't remember who was next to Mark, but I know Swiss Watch Company was over there. So I got to them. Canopy Watches was over there. To your left. Then, like, I missed Trafford. I didn't even get to see Trafford, man. I didn't even get a chance to touch. I didn't even get it. My ultimate favorite, I'm calling it grill level, Formex. The same way some of you guys are in love. I mean, absolutely in love with your Rolexes and your Audemars and stuff like that. Bro, Formex is it for me. I'm talking about this. The Formex and Panerai is on this same level with me. Y'all know I love Panerai. Formex is boom. That is, and I didn't even get a chance to. I couldn't even get to the table. At all. All right, let's see. When I hear so to answer your question, Skylar, I canceled my watch. So the next one that I'm looking at South Baltimore. South Baltimore, hands down, was one of the best companies that I was impressed with what they had. I think it's dope that they have a partnership with McCormick, right? And I know it's a gimmick, but um, that Old Bay seasoning watch they have, I think that is crazy. I like it. I like the watch. You know what I'm saying? Now I wouldn't buy that watch because if I did, I wouldn't wear it as much, and I would get it just because it had Old Bay on it, and I'll use that as I'm traveling and stuff like that as a showcase timepiece. I wouldn't wear it as much. And I know I will go out and find some shoes that will match it, an outfit that match it, and I'll wear that. I mean, I'll take it out with me, but I know I wouldn't wear it, so I wouldn't get that. Let's see. Wait, that's not what it means. What would you say comparing a micro brand watch like that and a Casio? I wouldn't compare either. So if you're talking about the Casio Duro, um, I would choose this over the Duro. Because I feel that like the Duro is it's a nice piece to have, nice timepiece to throw on your wrist. But I'm like I prefer if I'm gonna get a quartz, it's gonna be a Boulevard or a Citizen. I'd rather have that sweep emotion. So the Duro never really interests me. I mean, for the price too, man. It's like, yeah, you get a solid watch for the price. But I wouldn't compare either one of these. I would choose an Islander over that. And of course, I'll pay more money. But yeah, I wouldn't compare those two. Show up to the beach naked, man. You stupid. Islanders are dope. Watches. Have a couple myself. Hey, bro, that $50, man. I thought about it. Like $50, man, it's a great lunch. You could take you and your partner can sit down and eat, man, depending on where y'all go. But you put gas in your car, and I drove like, and I'm gonna tell you, man, like I wanted to go to DC time so bad. I drove all the way to Washington after work. I worked full-time job. I worked it. And when I got off work, I drove through the night. I got on the road, and I know I got people that's like, yo, Trap, you crazy. I said, hey, bro, look. All I was thinking was I need to go to the show because I've heard so much. I even saw in Brandon Rob's video. Like if you look at his title, he said my favorite show in parentheses. I had and my man Kimo Sabi had been talking about it. He said, Trap, you got to come out here and just experience the show. That show, I mean, it's a lot of energy. There's a lot of people. And yeah, I could have waited for minutes and hours. I could have waited for the wind up, but I was like, man, let me go check out DC. Plus, you get to go to Washington, D.C. and just take in the sights. But that show, it was a lot of energy. It was just packed. Christopher Ward, forget about it. Christopher, like, you better do the VIP treatment. So the next year, DC rolls around, I'm going to DC. Lord willing, I will go to DC times next year. I am most definitely going to that. And what's crazy is, I would love for like anybody that wants to go to DC. If you travel there, man, I'll pay for the VIP. Let's you know what I'm saying, up to 3 people VIP treatment, so the 4 of us can go in there and do our thing. So I would have much rather get videos because I saw Brandon Rob. He had full access. If y'all seen my live, Madhouse. T. White said, man, these small watches don't fit my wrist. Then pulled up to Island and saw that range back. Hey, bro, T. White pulled up and was like, yo, I did like, and when I came up, it was a lady was like, hey, Trap, come over here. Your friend's over here. He was like, yo, Trap, he behind the thing. I said, what are you doing back there? He hanging out with the team from Islander, bro. Like, man, bro, like he worked there, man. I said, did you just buy Islander, bro? Like, I was tripping. And, man, shout out to T. White because, bro, he helped me get a better deal on this watch, too. And I appreciate the people over there, Islander. I still would have paid the price that you said originally, but T. White, man, he just, hey, that's who you want to take with you when you negotiating. I promise, T. White is, man, that's all I'm gonna tell you. The man should have been a lawyer. Man, that brother, Man got the gift of gab. I think if you type in gift of gab, Tony White sitting there, man, with his Islander on, bro. I promise that dude, he's something else. Best cheap watch, dive watch, a used Seiko SKA 371, indestructible like a G-Shock. I like to hear that. I like watches like that. I don't believe you when you said on your life you was taking the 50 for lunch. Fast forward. Come on, bro. You know weak. Bro, if you don't trust nothing else, trust that I'm going to cave, bro. A watch, especially for the price, bro, under $200, bro, for a watch that was hitting that $400 mark. Come on, man. Come on, bro. I'm on troll mode. My bad. No, hey, give it up, bro. I'm looking at South Baltimore as well. South Baltimore is it, bro. I'm telling you. It's just Tuesday. Great lunch. You made the right move in my book. I'm gonna have. Oh my God. Let's trade credit cards and buy watches for each other. Man, bro. I'm looking forward to New York. I'm looking forward to New York. Okay, so I do want to share this with you guys. Let me see what we've been on 41 minutes. I want to share this. In my opinion, I'm really basing this off of a comment that was left for me this either last night or this morning. And then Billy came in the other day when it was live, and the comments are watches that, like, if you're getting it for an investment, okay, cool. You're not in an enthusiast mode. You're not in a position to collect watches to enjoy, to like just go stupid over, right? There's something about seeing a watch. Keep in mind, I have the Seiko. I had this in my cart a few years ago, and I just got this watch from Kokomo, right? And I was blessed with this watch because they were like, hey, it's not being worn. It's just sitting there collecting dust. And I said, that's crazy because I like the watch. Like, there's certain things, the colorway. It's a Seiko 5. They come dime a dozen. And I know people have said that watches like that, don't interest me. I'll look for something else, especially for the price, because we do factor in price versus like what's on the market. And I will say that, what Billy was talking about versus that comment that was made this morning, there are companies that are making homage pieces, right? That look like some of your favorite watches. And I do agree that it shouldn't cost you an arm and a leg. Hence, you have AliExpress. And we're going to talk about that tonight, man. And I'll give you more of my thought process, but I want to hear from the other gentleman that's going to be on the panel with me. What we're going to do. I mean, like, how do you approach, this thing? I respect those people that say, hey, I'd much rather have a luxury piece, a vintage piece, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, you got to think about, if it gets to the point where you consider the people that's not following your footsteps to be idiots or morons and stuff like that, it's like, bro, like, what are we talking about? You can't expect people to fall in line with what you believe and what you like when it comes to watches, man. There are people out here that's looking for the best deal. There's people out here that's looking for watches with heritage. Are these companies holding up to their name? Case in point, the Hamilton is going to always be in the public's eye. Those that know about it will love this watch. This will be a mainstay for the rest of its existence. But then you have companies like Swiss Watch Company and Canopy. Both of them are offering a field watch, reasonable price. Now, right now, on the 30th of this month, that's Canopy is doing their pre-order. This watch is $500. And if you've never seen it in person, the only thing you can go off of is the specs, the picture of it and the specs. I held it. Go look at my live. I held the watch. I looked at it. I put it on the wrist. I said, man, you know what? This is a solid watch for the offering. And considering, like, and the other thing too is if you're not following Canopy's story, the Wake one, which was their dive watch, was a phenomenal watch, beautiful watch, hands down. Hands down, I recommend that watch to anybody. However, if you go, the loom was the weakest part of that watch. That was the only downside to that watch. But even with that, I said, hey, I can consider this. I'm like, hey, I'll take the weak loom, but the watch overall is beautiful. I love the fact that that watch used to be $1,000 and they dropped the price to $599. And that one, when they did that was 2 years ago, that made me think about the companies that we're looking at, like, yo, why are you charging so much for these watches and they're homage? Any like dive watches, like what's that? I'm going to be talking about this company too in the future. Tips and Watches. Look at that company. That is a vintage dive watch style. It's inspired by like the vintage look, like a 50 Fathoms look. Beautiful colorways. He has a new one coming out. Look at the price. Look at the offer and what they have. The movement he got in there. Chronometer certified as well as chronometer certified quality. It's not certified, but chronometer quality in one of them. So you have one that's lesser, like $1,100. The other one, well, I don't know if it's 15 or something like that, but hold on, let me see. Let me get into the comment section. Dr. Bob's, man, what's happening? Wonder how many Red Bulls already on your system, Santana. Have you heard? Billy is the new ambassador for Vince. Go. Yes, man, yes. Hey, you know what? I saw that video he did, man. He said, man, they are a scam because they're treating their customers wrong. And like anything controversial, Billy's gonna be a part of it, man. Like, he don't care. Oscar, nah, I'm just in rare form. I get excited to see Trapvision. Man, you crazy, man. Dr. Bob's is laughing. You crazy. Evil Hulk laugh, man. That's crazy, bro. So yes. Tonight I can't wait for tonight. We're going to talk about it because the micro brand conversation, micro brand versus luxury brand, or your regular brand versus AliExpress. I have questions, man, and only you guys can help me answer, right? Can an AliExpress collection be considered a premier collection? Can it be the apex of a collection? Right? I can't wait to see. I'm looking forward to the comment section tonight. I am looking forward to this because I want to know. Plus, we're going to be promoting Noctua watches. If you guys haven't heard about Noctua watches, man, we're going to be talking about that, man, and see what he's offering, what he's doing. He's going to a show. I'll let him talk about that tonight. Trap, you get a chance, pop over to Mark Times and Mark Will's table out there. Yes, I did. I saw. Hey, I was cracking jokes with Mark Time watches, and it's a funny story, man. T. White. I know T. White working, but T. White was trying to get a watch that he had. It's a prototype. He hasn't put it in production. Said it's not for sale. T. White was like, yeah, everything's for sale. So T. White was ready to offer him some major money for the watch because he liked it. He wanted it. He said, nope, not for sale. T. White was like, tell me no? Oh. So if I gave you $10,000 for this watch right now, not for sale. He said, I don't care if you gave me $1 million, it's not for sale. And T. White was like, he leaned forward. So you telling me, if I had $1 million right now, I can't walk away with this watch? Bro, it was hilarious. It was hilarious, man. I was sitting there, I was like, man, T. White, the man said he don't want to sell a watch, man. Quit leaning on this guy. Hey, rare form, bro. No matter of fact, that ain't rare form. That's just T. White. Bro had me crying. I got talking about, but that's the beauty of his watch thing. Now, Mark Time watches. That is a company that I definitely want in my collection. Definitely. I saw the reviews on it, but to see that thing in person, it is the perfect everyday piece. Man, simplistic and bold at the same time, man, muted but loud at the same time. How do you do that, man? He accomplished something for me. I interpret that watch as ultimate amazement on the wrist. I said, dude, I can picture myself in that light telling the time in like an artistic form. Oh man, I like that, man, dude. That's the one thing about watch collecting, bro. Hold up, I'm gonna bring this watch back out. I know I said I was done with it on the review, man, but I'm telling you, man, I wore this watch to work yesterday, and my coworker saw it. She said, "Oh, got a new watch." I said, "Yes, I do. Thank you for noticing." And I kept looking down at it, man, and I'm like, "Yo, this is beautiful, man. Mark did a great job on this watch. And the fact that it's discontinued, man, you can't get this one anymore." Now, I do know that, some of these watches that he those sale pieces, are watches that YouTubers have reviewed before. They come back to him. Like I said, may have some minor scratches on the clasp, whatever the case is. But for the most part, you're getting an amazing price because, and Mark is going to take care of you. If you have any issues, customer service, I have no question. And I'm telling you from experience, I have no question, man. They are willing. Now, the other thing too, if you buy from the show, that does not automatically go to your account. You have to email them to allow them to put that on your account to watch if you want to keep track of your watches. Welcome in. Let me see. Travis, which is your favorite Islander you own right now and why? My favorite? This one right here. I'm gonna tell you why. Outside of the loom, right? I'm not a real big GMT guy. I like the GMT. I thought when they brought the NH34 out, 3 years ago, I thought that was like the best thing smoking because it just gave you that other hand to, measure time somewhere else. I thought that was cool concept. Then it just kind of got overbearing. I said, man, apologies. I thought that, whatever. But this one, when I saw it, I like the dive style watches, right? That crown, in my opinion, is the most beautifulest thing in the world. Just like that. I love the colorway of this watch. But then the dial has clouds on it, man. Look at that. What watch has clouds on it, man? That's crazy. That is crazy. And then like the indices, man, it's like gilded, man. It's the epitome of robustness, defined craftsmanship, and just that guilty pleasure of having a robust timepiece. The bracelet is amazing. I say this is like the perfect piece. Yes, dare I say perfect. Because the price, everything played a part in this. The price of the watch, because I got this, remember, I bought this at a show. So this watch was going, again, just under $400, which I still consider this worth it. We got a GMT, and then they put, you see how the symmetry of this thing? The date is at the 6 o'clock. Everything, and I don't mind it being at the 3, but I have so many watches that have the date at the 3 o'clock. So I'm like, I can do without that. And they nailed it with this watch. So price, functionality of it. I thought that micro adjustment was I'm like, I'm Spider-Man. Hold on, let me take this off. I want you to just look at this, bro. I just want you to look at this. Islander stamp right there. Brand placement is everything, bro. We some brand type of people. We love brand names, man. Are you serious? And just look at the watch, bro. Yes, this was one of those ones that somebody asked for when I was selling watches just a few weeks ago, almost a month ago. Somebody asked for this watch, not for sale. So yes, the best looking piece that I have, like an Islander that I consider a very significant and passable Passing this along. So kids, remember I told you, what watch in my collection that I'm like, hey, dad was like crazy for? This one right here. So whoever ends up with this, know that this one is near and dear to my heart. They did. I just think they did a phenomenal job on this one. Phenomenal. The re-hot man, like just look at it, man. As I'm looking at it, and then just it's crazy, man. It feels good, like when you turn in it. It's like it's not audible, but just you feel it, just the movement of it. Oh crap! I just checked. Oh, I'll fix it. I had it set for a certain date. Whatever. I'll fix it later. Supple. I do. I'm done with you. Yes, it is supple. It gives me that supple feeling. Make me feel all good and squishy inside. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, that one is dope. Dave D copied you on that one. Right, you know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, man, Dave D, when it got his after I got mine, man, you know, Hio Silver. Hio Silver away. Dave gonna cuss me out later. Trust and believe, he's gonna cuss me out. I know he at work right now. He gonna cuss me out. Yeah, I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. All right, man. Let me see. We just at an hour. I'm not gonna now. Hold up. I gotta show you this one again before I get up out of here. 9015. This thing is a work of art, in my opinion. Loom on it is amazing. Yeah, man. Islander is where it's at, bro. And granted, I know Mark just want to sell watches, man. But you know, overall, I give that company an A plus 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 plus. You know what I'm saying? Man, look at the loom on it, boy. This is crazy. That's crazy. Maybe you know what? Let's see if I can show you. You don't see that? A little bit of the loom. Yeah, you see a little bit of it. A little bit. Something slight. Something slight. All right, so that's my time. Leave your comments below what you think of the Islander ISL 178 Port Jeff, which is an actual place. It's like a tourist attraction. And what is it like? It's close to Long Island. It's like I forgot the number of people that live there, man. It's like 8 or 10. I think it's under 10,000 people that live there. But this is named after an actual port, right? I think it's north of Long Island. Could be wrong, but beautiful watch. I'll say it's definitely worth the money. And if you can get your hands on the GMT, get the GMT version of this watch. If he comes back out with this piece, would I buy it again? Depends on the colorway. Or if it is a collaboration with somebody else. If we put somebody else involved with this watch. You know, like him and TGV maybe. Just a thought. Just a thought. I don't know. Who am I? I just like collecting. So, yep. If you can find this watch, even if somebody's selling it secondhand, I would say get it. It's a really nice watch to wear. Comfortable. And all that good stuff. All that. All right, so with that being said, I will drop some actual loom shots of this watch later on the short. And let's get ready for tonight's show, man. We're going to have a phenomenal show with two great people. And we'll learn about, you know, what makes your watch collection what it is with the watches that you choose. Are we going all name brand? Are we mixing and matching? You know, give us some ideas tonight. Give us y'all comments. Give us your ideas. We're here for the ideas. We're here for the conversation. That's it. All right. So I'm out of here, y'all. Thanks, Dr. Bobs, man. What up, man? Sadish Max, yeah, we about to end it, man. I appreciate you showing up, man. Make sure on the way out, if you hadn't hit that thumbs up, man, go ahead and hit that thumbs up, man. And if you feel like, share it out. Let people know that what we're talking about over here. If you want to be a part of the conversation in the future, man, I will definitely go live with anybody with sense, that is. All right, don't get on here trying to bash the people that love watches on my channel, okay? It's a safe zone, man. We're not here to talk about nothing else but watches. And the presidency run of watch collecting from my man Skylar Santana, the Watch Crunch Presidente. Yeah. All right, y'all. I'm out of here, man. Much love to everybody, man. Until the next lightning strike, y'all be blessed. Another dope live.